September 30th. Got in 3 days ago down on the Alaska Peninsula, this little fishing village. Winds have been gusting 40 to 75 miles an hour last few days, so no small planes have been making it in until today. We got a cub down here. We've got 7 guides and 8 hunters. I got a 2-on-1 hunt. My guys are getting in tonight. Season actually opens tomorrow, so we're stacked up pretty deep. Guys to get out, so a bunch of guys aren't going to be able to hunt opening day, but that's how it rolls with the weather around here. But it's a beautiful day now, and tomorrow's supposed to be a good day, so hopefully I'll be able to get out, me and both my hunters, and do some brown bear hunting. I'm definitely looking forward to it. This is my favorite out here.
Oh, I'm kind of bummed about that.
Good shot. Just a tiny bit.
Jack's ready.
Perfect.
We're ready. It's a rare day when that windsock isn't sticking straight out one way or another. There's the plane. There's my garb. I'm gonna get her underway. Let's go bear hunting. I've hunted no wilderness that offers greater contrast to our modern society than the Alaska Peninsula. Life takes on a whole new meaning in this violent, mystical land. Here the sun, moon, and the tidewater are the only relevant timepieces. I can't imagine anyone entering this place and thinking their existence is of any consequence. The land is rugged. The wind never stops. Everywhere you look, the cycle of life and death perpetuates mercilessly. It's as though you can feel Mother Nature's fist clenched firmly around you. Every time I fly over the ocean in a single-engine Super Cub, my family comes to mind. Every time I say a prayer, and every time I make promises to myself and to God about the changes I need to make in my life. As we approach the hunting grounds, I become wholly present. I recognize that I have a job to do, and I allow my instincts to take over. From the air, I scan below for signs of life. The hordes of gulls assure me the salmon have once again returned to Cabin Creek. However, if the earlier runs of salmon were strong, the bears will already have enough fat stores to survive the winter. The mature boars are likely to be nocturnal, making them very difficult to hunt. Like life, the script of an Alaskan brown bear hunt is a blank scroll in which anything can happen. Jack Davis and his son John came to this land to hunt these bears and write a long-awaited chapter of their lives. Very nice. I like it. that I've been, of all the places I've hunted, times of year. Yeah, I don't know if I like this place better in the spring or fall, but I just like them both. I love this spot. Love hunting brown bears. This is probably the pinnacle for me, is what I always dreamed of, hunting brown bears in Alaska. I'm always excited to hunt when I get here. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Clouds are moving in. Looks like we might get a little rain yet today. Caribou. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yes. We're here.
This is it. Look familiar?
Oh yeah.
About the way you expected it?
Perfect. Glad I'm here.
Nice and dirty.
Perfect.
Lots of bugs, spiders. A little more weasel poop in there again this year, but it was all pretty old, so I think we'll be safe. We'll get you settled in. We'll wait for Pa.
Sounds good.
Three guys will set up a tent here in this little clearing. I'll stay in there. John and Jack will stay in the cabin. It's been a few years since I stayed in a tent, so got a little clearing to do here. Get her popped up before the rain comes. Get Jack in here, gather water, get straightened up. We'll be easily ready to roll by nightfall. Jack has arrived. We got all the chicks in the nest. Spotting bears already. You guys can watch the takeoff here if you want. You guys look pretty dangerous, don't they?
Yeah.
She's a little snotty outside though, but we'll get up and give her a go. You're gonna have to talk loud, but what do you think?
Windy. Windy. So far, so good. One bear by, what is it, 11 o'clock? Yeah. Nice.
Actually, the wind's kind of laying down on us now. You can see it blowing from right to left pretty good. I'd say it's gusting 50 on the point behind us. We did spot one pretty good bear. I figured it was 9.5. Spotted it out in that flat, worked down into that creek, fished a little bit, and then it worked back over into the main drainage. Yeah, she's been roaring through here pretty good. Yeah, I don't show much of this stuff. The water gets in the lens like it is now and it eats up video cameras. I already fried one this year. I'm down to my last one. But we're on the lee side of the hill. It's not even possible to glass into the wind right now. But yeah, we did see one pretty good bear, kind of on the lower end of the spectrum of what we'd be looking for on day one. And when you can get conditions like this, it just really complicates things. So, you know, as you get close to try to kill a bear. So I'm always real hesitant that things got to be pretty much exactly right. It's just not worth striking out across the country after a bear like that. And he ended up, he kind of turned button hook around and started moving away from us. I walked up this ridge, a couple hundred yards where we've been glassing into the wind. Wind's lit up, rain's mostly quit. Saw a really big bear scooting across the flat. It seemed pretty short-necked and fairly light colored, so a little on guard that it's a sow. But it's definitely a big mature bear. There she is. I'm pretty sure it's a sow. I noticed that with the bino that it seemed to have a short neck. Actually just had to lay the spotting scope down to get a steady look at it. So that's two bears the first afternoon, or first half of day one. It's definitely a mature bear though. 7 o'clock. Actually almost 7:30. Darkness is just starting to fall upon us. The weather's finally let up. Got our fourth bear of the day in this little, looks like it's basically a slough, but there's a little bit of current going through it, I think. But this bear's been sitting in there fishing for the last 20 minutes or so. Looks like right around a 9-foot boar. I'm sure it's a boar. Not big, but not small. Just somewhere right around that low 9 mark. I guess from what I've seen of them. She's finally breaking up. Hopefully tomorrow we got a good day. Wind's been blowing all day, 35, 40, gusting close to 50 there earlier today. Then this afternoon we had some big rain showers. So hopefully this sky will stay clear. We can have a little better weather today. It's been virtually impossible to glass into the wind at all today. So all in all, I would consider 4 days be pretty good. We definitely got salmon in the creek, so we've seen a few salmon splashing in the water. So I think we should have a good hunt if we can get some decent weather.
Cold.
It's nice in here though.
Yep. Two boar.
Yeah, you realize how it's not all that cold once you get out of that wind.
I agree. That tarp helps a lot. Is it usually out windy? Is that normal?
Yeah, that's a little windier than normal. About another 5 miles an hour and it's pretty well unbearable.
Well, I'm safe to say we had about 40-mile-per-hour winds today.
Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Winds 35 to 40, gusting probably pushing 50 there for a while.
Closer to the
Late
top.
morning.
Sure was.
Yeah.
I was getting cold there at the end.
Me too. This will get me ready for hunt season at PA.
But I guess this is life on the peninsula, right?
This is it. Maybe hard pressed to get 3 in here. Heading out for day 2. Boys ready for day 2?
Yes, sir.
Jack's getting all limbered up. I can see he's ready.
Getting limbered up.
We're heading for the hill. Wind has switched about 90 degrees today from the south to the east, which is actually perfect for us. It's blowing pretty well right from the stream to where we'll be glassing from. Pretty much right when I got to the nub, spotted this bear. It's been working right toward us. We watched this bear all morning. It was likely one we had seen the morning before. I was confident it was a boar over 9 foot, but I felt 9.5 was the benchmark we should be targeting. I agonized for hours whether we should go after it so early in the hunt. After bedding in the brush for several hours, the same boar reappeared that afternoon. Whether it was the fresh perspective or the fact he was now past us and walking away, we decided to make our move. The wind's picking up on us pretty good. Middle afternoon, putting a little mini run onto a bear that I think is over 9 foot boar. Windier and snot, and we're kind of chasing after him a little bit. But we're gonna go down a little ways, see if I figure we got a chance. But we saw him working in the creek and fishing. Hard to get a good eye on it. It's because the wind is so bad I can't get a steady eyeball. But it looks like a pretty darn good bear. There he is. Gonna work down to that creek. So we're gonna try to get down there somewhere, head him off. I just spotted him. He's right down in the river. He just walked out of sight. I think we're gonna be able to catch up to him. All right, we're pretty well in position. Just saw the bear for a second behind those bushes. He's moving up the draw. So that's 230. Seagulls were bouncing is where he is. So your shot's going to be right about where that rock is. Just wait for him to stop. Wait till I tell you to shoot. Yeah, he's a pretty good bear. We'll just wait for him. Wait till he's right out in the clear. Your dad's got this, John.
Yep.
So wait till I call it. Remember, you can't see his belly. You want him good and steady there, Jack? Yep. Okay. We'll wait for him to stop. You're on fire. Very good. Yeah, let's shoot him by that big boulder, so if you need to pivot a little, and I'll wait for him to stop. Ah, it's too deep.
Now?
Wait for him. Okay, do you need to turn a little bit?
I'm going to lose him in front.
See the underside of his neck, follow the underside of his neck. That'll be about the middle of his body if he's in the water. Okay, so he's out in the water now. That's all good. All right, wait for him to turn broadside. Yep, okay. All right, if he gets broadside with that salmon. Woo! Okay, reload, 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 hit him again. Hit him again in the shoulder. Okay, reload, hit him again in the chest. Reload again. Okay, take your time. Take your time.
Hit him?
Yep, hit him right in that shoulder. Okay. Grab John's rifle. I don't hold it. Okay, his head's facing you. Hold it. If he lays his head down, you can hit him in the chest. Right there in the shoulder. Okay, reload again. John, hit him. Okay, that's a good shot. Let paw hit. Hit him right in the chest. All right, he ain't going anywhere. Welcome to the OK Corral.
Booyah! Woo! Come here, buddy. Congratulations.
Well, we'll see what he is when we get up to him, but I think it's a pretty good bear.
It's a trophy. Thanks, Billy.
Very nice. Yeah, good job. Way to hold off. I like to see that Paw shoots his bear, but yeah, it was time to put one in.
Billy, I hit him every time.
Yeah, I think you did.
I hit him once. That's it, but that wasn't.
Your first shot, I guess there was enough of them where I don't remember where the first one was. I couldn't believe he didn't get up. I don't think he's going to get up from that 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, but I tell you what, your dad did good, because most guys short stroke the bolt, and if they don't short stroke the bolt, it takes them about 10 minutes to throw a single round in. I don't know if you practice that or not, but it was pretty smooth. Or maybe you're used to missing, is that what it is?
No, but I've always had it back out fast.
Yeah.
I'm just putting these in just in case we let the brother over.
Really, thanks.
Oh, very good. Well,
Congratulations.
we weren't lying when everybody was telling you about the wind on the Alaska Peninsula, were we?
Not at all. Yeah.
We haven't disappointed you in that regard. But we do have a little sunshine, which is a
First time.
welcome treat.
Trip so far.
See, we're being looked at.
Not so sure about this river crossing. I think we might get a little damp. What do you think, fellas?
I'm thinking over there with a walking stick. That's where I'm headed.
This is where he's at. This is why they're here.
Yeah.
That's where we'll go down there.
Down there and over?
Yeah. Got a healthy set of claws on him. Looks like a pretty good pad. We'll see short enough. We're gonna move down river here and try to cross. There's the jaw. Those jaws start protruding after they hit the fresh water. They get all hook-nosed. teeth start sticking out. Bear trail right along the river. Putting on the over booties. Ford the river. Get our mitts on them.
That would make a good video though.
So that's what they look like.
He's a big old brown.
Yeah, hit right. Someone hit him in the shoulder there.
Yeah.
Too. Wow, he has a big head, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's 9.5 at least.
Look at the paws on him. Oh, he is a bear. Come here, buddy.
Good job. Congratulations.
I want to jump right in the water. I need to put my wings on.
I think you'll be fine, actually.
I'm right at the top of my boots.
Whoa. Look at that.
Yes. That's a good pad there.
That's a good bear.
That is a nice bear. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we're gonna try to pull this big dude, get him out in the current, work him down to that gravel bar. We might lose our religion in doing it, but there's no way we can roll him up on this grassy bank. This is just a good prime of life bear. His teeth are well worn, broken canine, bunch of broken teeth.
No, I have more than
And that's a
Nice ball.
That's a good bear. Look at that big nose. That's what I couldn't get past. That's what I figured it's got to be. Man, that nose is huge.
I think he weighs 800.
Yeah, I'd say that's. Yeah, maybe a hair more. When you cut that little bit of skull off and you hold that in your hand and that thing weighs 45 pounds. Set her down, you can take some pictures.
Alright.
Yeah, let's do it straight over this way because that's deep water. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're getting her now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now he's swimming. If you want to go with Paul, I'll walk him down. Yeah. Maybe we better get a little deeper.
You go down.
No. One, 2, 3. I came back to grab the gear. As John would attest, that was a lot like work. But he's mostly out of the water now. Makes for better pictures and easier work skinning them, that's for sure. Hopefully we can stay dry. That wind's still howling through here pretty good. Well, Jack Davis.
Yes, sir.
Day number 2, we got a good bear.
We're down. Nice sized brown bear. Exciting. I'm still in awe. This animal is huge.
I figure he's gonna be, yeah, he'll be over 9.5. From there we'll see, but yeah, that big nose, I saw this bear earlier today, and when I first saw him I figured, yeah, I'm over a 9-foot boar, and then as I watched him more and more, I wasn't quite so sure. Jack and John both said, well, your gut says he's a good bear, as big as you think he is, let's go, and luckily I was right, and he's definitely a fine bear. I'm glad we didn't let this one get away on us, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
So,
Billy, thank you again. I want to see.
how long that nose is. You pick his head up?
Yeah.
So give her a whirl.
What do you think? I don't believe I can. but I want to try. Oh, wow.
Look at that nose. Jeez, it's huge.
He is huge. Look at the pad on this.
Yeah, I figure those pads are about 8.5. We'll get a tape on them, but a fine bear all the way around.
Good bear. Alaskan brown bear. It's everything that I thought it was going to be.
So how long, you guys first called me, what, 4 years ago, 5?
Yeah,
4 years, 5 years
4 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Said we wanted to kill a brown bear with Billy Molls. One of the best decisions we've ever made.
Well, we got one down, one to go.
Yes, sir.
Well, what do they say? Fun's over, now the work begins.
That it does. Got Jack's bear going here about probably about a little after 4 o'clock. Get the feet done, got the feet tied up so I don't have to bend over quite so much. Pull all the toes, lay them all out, lop the head off, we'll get them to the gravel bar. Then I'll take the skull off, clean the skull. We'll march her up the hill. We should be able to make her back by dark. And probably have a little celebration tonight, huh, Jack?
Absolutely, one. Celebration.
I think it's in order.
Yes, sir.
Well, we got him whooped into shape. You guys ready for the haul home?
Yes, sir.
Once I get up, let me go. Don't keep holding on or you'll end up in the ground. We're ready. Alright, good job. Tuck it and go. So a little Crown and Dr. Pepper, huh, for tonight?
Nice Crown and Dr. Pepper night.
Get the feet warm.
Celebration.
Hopefully we get home without getting rained on. That'd be pretty sweet because my rain gear's the bottom of my pack. So we're going up, up and away. That's our glassing knob. I think maybe time in my career that I start utilizing a packer. These things get heavier and heavier every year. I don't know if this stuff keeps me young or is making me old. Stay low, high knees and stay low. How you doing there, Bear Slayer?
Pretty good.
It's parting the alders. We're all but home.
Downhill from here.
Mostly. Downhill until we gotta go uphill. Sunset over the ocean. The shacks right in there. I think we're gonna make her, Jack.
Good to go.
I got this scale figuring one day we're gonna shoot a bear late at night, and then when we go back to skin it, I'll bring it along and then butcher the bear, cut it into quarters and weigh it, find out how much it actually weighs. So we weighed my pack without my rifle. Weighed 130 pounds, so 140 with the rifle. So I'm guessing it's over 100 pounds. It's pretty well. Guess we've weighed the hides enough at the airport, but so we'll lay this thing out and see what it squares. But there's definitely 100 pounds in the hide, easy enough. Got them strung up in some alders, so hopefully dry out a little bit, keep the bacteria from building up too much on the skin. Measured him up. What'd that beast measure, Jack?
9'6".
Nice. I actually thought he'd be a hair over, but he wasn't real long-legged. He was 10'1" by 8'11", so.
Look at how pretty his hide is.
Oh, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He'll be a dandy.
I guess you'd classify that as chocolate, right?
I'd say he's pretty well chocolate, yep.
Pretty bare.
The feet got a little wet, eh?
Yeah, one little above the gators.
Yes. The wiggies lasted for a little bit, but not too long.
Nah. Now they're disposable waders is what they are.
They're already jumped for day 2.
I couldn't tell my feet were wet though until after we killed the bear.
I'm sure. Yeah, I was starting to wonder there.
But I couldn't, when he was coming down, I couldn't see him. Then he went behind that brush, and then I thought we were screwed. But then he turned around and came back, and then he went out that way.
Yeah.
And that's when we popped him.
Yeah, I'm glad he. Of course, if he would have went past us, he'd have definitely been in the open. But who knows what he would have done
Right.
if he would have got on that bank with that fish. If he'd have walked in the brush, or if he'd have just sat on the bank and ate it and went getting another one. Yeah, a bear that size, it wouldn't surprise me if he'd have just laid on the bank and ate it. But smaller bears, a lot of times they'll go in, grab a fish, boom, they're right into the brush.
Well, they have
don't
to
want
hide
another
to
bear
protect,
to catch them
right.
on the river.
Protect themselves. Well, I wasn't going to take any chances, so I popped him. And you know, all the kidding about the shack and everything, I think this is great, don't you?
Yeah.
I think this is great.
Well, I would think you should.
It is.
We'd be stuffed in a little tent right
Exactly.
now.
This is absolutely a hunt of a lifetime. Now we're going to get my son one tomorrow. Or do you want to wait a day?
Yeah, we must wait a day.
All right, we'll wait one day.
There's the bear we're gonna chase. Boys took off, got a head start. We're gonna go to the airstrip, check the wind, see which way he's moving, and then put a play on him. This wind's been whipping again, gusting 50, it's raining, so bears are still moving, but it looks like a pretty good bear. My guess is he's bigger than Jack's. That's what brown bears do when they wind you. This wind's from our left, then from our right, then from behind us. The prevailing wind was this way. You can see there's a lake over there. You can see the water. It's just scooting this way, but it's back at you in every which way direction. But that was a good bear. Definitely would have liked to have gotten that one. Getting on and off rain showers all day today. Seen 6 bears, including 2 darn good ones. A 10-footer and one that was definitely over 9. The 9-footer first spotted him over by that lake, and then he went down to the creek, right in there, caught a couple fish. And then he worked back over to this knob. I was kind of expecting him to come down this creek towards where Jack shot his bear. But I think he caught enough fish. He was heading right to us. Figured he might be coming right down in here to this creek, but I think he's bedded up in the alders behind this knob, so we're kind of keeping an eye out for him. He's pretty comparable to Jack, so pretty good bear. Yeah, the wind's kind of laid down. It's probably still gusting to 40, but it was gusting every bit of 50 there for a while. It was pretty nasty. We're going to try to get an airplane in to get Jack's hide, but it's not flyable, so we'll hunker here the rest of the day, and hopefully we see that bear again or another one. But yeah, they're definitely moving. There's a lot of salmon in the creek, so we'll catch up to a good one sooner or later. Bear's working on it. look him over a little bit? Yeah. You tell me when. I'm looking like that broadside shot. I'm a little angled the wrong way. I can hit him right in the chest. Tell me when. Right there. Reload. Hit him again. Hit him again. Sweet. I think you definitely smoked him. What is it with you guys shooting bears in the river?
In a bad spot. Woo! Billy, thank you. Man.
You're only a minute or two short, Jack.
Hang on.
Are we safe? Hold on, let me make sure I was going for the rifle there. He took off like a dirty shirt, but he didn't make it very far.
Oh, sorry, son. Okay.
Well, we could have waited a little bit, but...
Keep up with Billy. I've never hustled that far down a hill in my life. Woo! Billy, thank you.
Oh, very good. Yeah, we could have maybe waited a little longer and got him right here, but... what the heck. Congrats, man. Woo! That happened fast, huh?
It always does. How big do you think he is?
I think he's going to be right around that 9 mark. I don't know if he's got quite the mass of your dad's bear, but he was pretty close.
Yep.
He took off in a hurry right after you shot. I can't even remember if he went down or what, but he was on his feet right now. But then he just tipped right over.
Then he tipped right over.
Good job, buddy. Sorry I missed it.
That's okay. We got it done. Day 3. Actually, yeah, day 3.
Day
2
3.
bears are down.
2 bear down.
But we're definitely going to need wiggies. I don't know if the kid outdid you there, Jack.
I believe he did.
I don't know. Guess we're gonna see. I don't think he ain't gonna be too far off either way, but I think the old man might have the kid on this one. That's the way I went. You could probably go either way. I think Pa's got you, but it's a nice bear with a beautiful hide.
Perfect. Wow. I like it. Nice claws though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice claws.
What do you think? Good shot. Look at the claws on that.
I know.
That does have nice long claws. Yeah. Beautiful hide on it.
Is that entrance or exit?
Yep, that's the first shot there.
That's the way it's supposed to be done, son. Good job. Look at that.
See how big it is. And Billy, thank you.
You bet. Yeah, you can pull that pad out of the water. That'd be kind of a cool shot.
Look at the hooks on that.
Oh, look at the claws on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucker's got some long claws.
Wow. Don't tell me. Thanks, Billy.
You betcha. We'll get this sucker rolled up here somewhere, not sure where, and get some pictures.
I just want to thank God and just for me being here with my old man. This has been a heck of a time together. Words can't even really put the justice, but and I just want to thank Billy for everything he's done. From crap, my dad and I called him hunt, 10 times driving nuts on his hunt, and he was patient and he's taken care of us from day one. I just want to thank him, and it's been a kind of a lifetime. And Dad, thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
It's good to see two guys getting out and doing it, pursuing your passion, making your dream a reality. It's definitely been still a pleasure to hunt with you guys. We're a long ways from out of here yet, anyways, but yeah, definitely my pleasure to hunt with both of you guys. And another life lesson that always comes to be about the time you think you got stuff figured out. This is a sow, and I thought it was a boar. When it rolled over and I saw a little patch between its legs, like I think that was probably its pecker. I had a little bit of hesitancy when we came over the knob. Right there's where we shot from, and I asked John, I said, "Hey, you want me to check him over?" And I think it was pretty well a done deal at that point. That was his bear, but yeah, I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, but it's a big bear. This isn't the worst mistake I've ever made, and I think this bear isn't going to be far off the 9-foot mark. Just that sows are quite a bit shorter in the forearms. I think that's going to be the only thing to hold her back from 9 foot. But just for the overall mass and the width of the body, this bear's pretty darn comparable to Jack's, just not quite as long. But certainly a fine bear. It's got some awesome claws to it. Definitely an old bear. Well, congrats guys, we got a little work to do. The wind's snapping quite a bit. It's 4 o'clock, so we're gonna do the speed skin on this one and try to get him back up to the hill.
Bill, thank you.
Anything else you guys care to add?
Oh, thank you. It's a hunt of a lifetime. Thank you.
Excellent.
You made a dream come true.
Very good. Happy to hunt with you guys. My pleasure. Well, fellas,
The climb starts.
take one last look at her. She'll be 4 years, so you can come back.
Yep. What a hunt.
Unless John wants to come back as my packer, and Jack, you can be my official knife sharpener.
That's it. I am in. Oh.
Another
Last big hill to climb.
300 yards uphill over there.
We ain't there yet, but was she all you expected it would be?
Oh yeah, it was
And
great.
more.
Thank you. It was a hunt of a lifetime.
It was absolutely
Sure.
perfect.
We got a lot of experiences jammed into 3 days, and we ain't done yet until the last bird picks you up and you land in town. But yeah, a little bit of nice weather, mostly bad weather, which is about standard for this country.
This afternoon.
Yeah,
This has been the nicest day.
Yeah.
2 bears dead in the water, but it seemed like each day after we shot the bears, the weather straightened out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain about that. I know I appreciated not getting rained on and any more wet than we already were in the creek. So we gotta go up that hill to our glass and knob, turn around, head for the barn, we're home free.
Last big hill to climb.
Well, with no stretching, no moving of the hide,
No.
and we've got 2 witnesses, I guess we could do it. What did we get?
9 foot.
9 foot, actually, and a ½ inch. Hunting brown bears and grizzlies is my favorite. I feel it tests my skill as a hunter more than any other species I guide for. Spotting the bear, judging the bear, anticipating what he's going to do, getting my client close, knowing the right time to shoot, and when all hell breaks loose, killing the bear before it kills us tends to keep a guy from falling asleep on the job. When guiding, I always take every possible measure to study an animal and be as certain as I can as to its age and size, and in the case of bears, its sex. Through the seasons, I've learned once you commit to something and take the first step of action, it's hard to turn back. Very rarely have I ever had a hunter stalk to within shooting range of an animal and then turn down the shot. This is among the most densely populated brown bear areas in all of Alaska. Over the past 18 years of guiding here, more than 90% of my clients have taken mature boars. From a trophy hunter's perspective, Jack took the preferred animal. But from a conservation perspective, by removing a mature sow, I'm not sure John didn't offer the greatest benefit to this land and the bear population as a whole. With no predators other than man, hunting is critical to the health of the brown bears in this area. The only real threat to them is widespread disease or a natural disaster. In either case, a lower density would only serve to strengthen the species. I don't say this to minimize the fact I misjudged John's bear, but rather to point out the fact that the only harm done by taking a sow was to my ego.
It's not bad for 2 days, huh? I think it's perfect.
When are we leaving?
Right now.
All right.
I was gonna.
Head them up, move them out.
Yes, sir.
Hunting today is often competitive and self-centered. I've been as guilty of it as anyone. But on this hunt, not once did I sense a hint of condemnation from John or Jack for my error in judgment. Simply put, the Davises are just great people. You know, most of my life, I yearned for the isolation of the Alaskan wilderness. My dream since I was 8 years old was to live the life of a mountain man. I wanted to hunt, fish, trap, and live off the land all by myself. After 2 decades of being in the wilderness and more or less living the life I always dreamed of, I'd have to say that it's the people I've met along the way that have given me the most joy and fulfillment. I don't remember most of the kill shots or the exact measurements of the trophy, but I never forget the people. I gotta believe old Jim Bridger, Kit Carson, Liver-Eating Johnson, and every true mountain man that ever lived appreciated the company of other members of his species. Their friendships were undoubtedly forged by the trials and tribulations they experienced as they pioneered into the wilderness. Raised yourself pretty good young man there, Jack.
Thank you, sir.
Pretty good deal. Pleasure hunting with you guys.
Good at it. Billy, pleasure hunting with you.
While few, if any of us, will ever know the hardships and adventure they experienced, those longings and instincts of the mountain men of old didn't die with them. There are many of us today who still crave a life overflowing with freedom and endless danger. A life of discovery completely void of superficial ambitions. A life filled with meaningful, lasting relationships cemented through difficult trials and celebrated with stiff drink and fresh meat over an open campfire in the heart of God's country. Those suckers climb when they got that headwind. It's insane. I'm ready to go home, eat some of my wife's cooking, and play with my kids. It sounds pretty good right now. It's here in the wilderness for a brief time each year. Adventurers like us are able to leave our chaotic modern world behind and live the life we love. The life many of us always dreamed of. The life of a mountain man. And so, to all my fellow mountain men, until our next rendezvous, Godspeed. And so then I just took his video camera and then I filmed him shooting the bear. And it turned out pretty good. He sent a copy to my parents, so I did one more hunt after I left there. And so by the time I got out, my parents had seen this video and then they made copies. I think my brother-in-law maybe made copies and gave it to other people. Well, then next thing you know, they started handing it out. So I'd be somewhere and so a lot of people I wouldn't even know that kind of just knew me because of the video or knew my mom or dad or whatever. They're like, oh, I saw that video and you guys were bear hunting and I couldn't believe the way you guys did this and the way the plane landed and then you camped and the tent and the bear and the avalanche and this and that. And I think it was just then you just realize, well, and for me too, all the stuff that I saw for the first time, how unique it was, how you don't know what to expect until you're there. Once you do it, I guess it all becomes, pretty commonplace. But so that's pretty much how it all started.
Well, actually, I'm sitting in Barry Barton's spot, another PA guy, but this time we're drinking vodka, not Southern Comfort. So,
2 years ago tomorrow, Barry shot his bear.
Yeah.
So.
2 years ago.
Maybe we can get some luck, and my dad can get his tomorrow. So.
It's a seatbelt, if you can't figure that out. Brett, you're not going to do the aviation display with the seatbelt and the exits? And...
No, I will. Let's turn that camera off. How's that going, that one Chris Farley show? It's a seatbelt, folks. If you can't figure that out, I'll have so-and-so come by and whack you in the head with a hammer because you're an idiot.
It takes a lot of balls for anybody to come out and do this. I bought my own video camera and just started filming here and there. Mostly I'd film little bits and pieces and try to film the kill shots, and then I had a bunch of hunts on film, but mostly it was just kill shots. I just wouldn't film much, gain a little more confidence in guiding and kind of know when I can film or when I shouldn't be. And yeah, so then finally I just put a DVD together and seemed to get pretty good feedback from it. And then kind of thought of the idea, it was about that time that Grizzly Man came out, that kook that got ate by the bears,
Right.
Yeah.
And so just kind of seeing his style, how he filmed, I'm like, man, that'd be cool just to try to film a hunt from start to finish. And so that's when I started getting more into it, kind of did the TV thing, try to show people what it was really like. So I've always felt I've kind of geared it towards the people that either dream of coming or never will coming, try to show them what it's really like. So, but yeah, I enjoy it. It's pretty cool, and it's really taught me a lot about what to look for and what it's really all about, because there's a lot of things that I overlooked when I watched it back on the video that they would catch my eye more than what had actually happened. Obviously, this part of my job is, the ultimate focus is the animal. But then when you look back at some of that stuff and you see those sunrises and you see them again, it's caused me to pay a lot more attention to it. So we're gonna live it up a little bit tonight. There. Got my name on it. I don't know what you guys are gonna drink.
There's Billy's 5-star hotel.
No, that's not 5 stars. That one's about a quarter of a star because it leaks. She's tired. That tent is 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. We used that sheep hunting when I first started, and it was old then. It's probably pushing 25 years old. So, yeah, I think that thing is quite possibly seen its last trip afield. I think I might just dump some white gas on it and burn it so nobody else gets stuck with that leaky sucker. You can shut her down, hit the red button by your thumb.
For more information on other DVDs, books, and modern-day mountain man apparel, log on to BillyMollsAdventures.com. Here you'll also find information on Alaskan hunting opportunities with Billy for Dall sheep, caribou, moose, brown bear, grizzly bear, as well as white-tailed deer hunting in Wisconsin. Much of Billy's off-season is devoted to public speaking. He travels across the country sharing his knowledge and passion for the wilderness at corporate events, schools, conservation organizations, wild game dinners, Christian outreach events, and much more. Billy is a master storyteller. Attendees are sure to be entertained, educated, and inspired. Log on or call for more information.